Oh, amazing, amazing. So, welcome to our affiliate training today. I'm going to go through some really important skills that I feel a lot of people may be undermining. It may not be your fault. We may not have made it apparent, but when you realize what I go through, you're going to realize where you've been going wrong, why things haven't been happening how you wanted them to, and hopefully we can obviously correct them. All right. So hopefully everyone's affiliate on this call. Is there any customers on this call? Just drop a one in the chat if you're a customer. I think we should have pretty much most affiliates on, and I appreciate you guys because you're here wanting to get to the next level. So amazing, cool. So please have your notepad and pen, guys. Please do not just sit on this call and listen. I really need you to take notes, mainly for duplication purposes. When your team asks you, hey, how do I invite? Hey, how do I follow up? Hey, I can't get anyone to events. Hey, I can't get anyone to my business overview. No one's answering the phone, whatever it may be. This is a call that could help them. All right. I was saying this earlier on the leadership call we had. Everything that I did learn and I felt was really important. What I would do if I was you guys is get like sticky notes. You know how you got like the sticky notes, you can stick them everywhere. I used to have loads of sticky notes and I stuck them all around my whiteboard so that when I wake up and I see it, subconsciously, I'm understanding the information. So things like how to invite, things like how to have conversations, they're literally in my head as I'm talking about it now. So if I was you, these are things that I would do because if it's not in sight, it's not in mind. And because so much goes on in your mind, it's not going to be at the forefront of it. All right. So today I'm going to go through the art of promoting, inviting. I have gone through a bit of following up. Whether I have time to go through it all, we'll see. But I'm mainly going to focus on the art of promoting and inviting. Of course, guys, we have two huge events next week. On the Thursday, we have an affiliate training. Drop a two if you have your ticket and drop a three if you don't just yet. Okay, so drop a two if you have your ticket for next week, Thursday. We have a private training and drop a three if you don't. Guys, if you don't, I can only give you advice that would help me, and it's only to help you. You need to be at the event on Thursday as well. For you as an affiliate, that will probably be more um, impactful, be more beneficial for you to be there on a Thursday, not than the Saturday, but you're an affiliate and it's an affiliate conversation. It's affiliate locker room training with Zane, myself, and SNK, all right, which is our newest director. So please go and get your ticket for that. Cool guys. So before I go into like the hows, what is really important is the way you think. Okay. And what I mean by that is I'm going to go through like how to structure and how to speak to people when inviting. But if you don't have these basic fundamentals, and fundamentals go for like even trading, more so in like stocks. If you don't have the fundamentals right, your technical analysis is absolutely irrelevant. The scanner is irrelevant. The everything else is irrelevant if you don't have these basic fundamentals. So inviting is the gateway skill. Now, what do I mean by this? We all know the seven skills to network marketing, right? And you can't access any of the other skills unless you've started at this skill. And anyone on this call that are leaders and they've done affiliate launches, you'll realize when you tell people they have to invite to start their affiliate journey, that's the one gate they don't want to go through. And unfortunately, you'll just stay a customer. Like if you don't know how to invite, you will just stay a customer or you'll just stay an affiliate. All right. So please get that understood that you will just stay a customer or you will just stay an affiliate if you don't get through this skill set. Okay. Now, our main goal when inviting anyone anywhere, right, as an affiliate, guys, your main goal is simply to educate and to give people an understanding. Okay. But in order to give them the best education and for order to them to get the best understanding, you need to be able to invite them to the opportunity. So that's our main goal. Your main goal is, okay, how can I get people? How can I educate people? Remember, maybe it won't be you that's educating, so you're still the middleman. And how can I give them the best understanding? Well, it won't be from you. It will be getting them to an opportunity, to a business overview, to whatever it may be, to the office, right? So that the opportunity itself can educate and understand and give them a better understanding. Okay. You are not a hunter, guys. You're a farmer. So get this down. You're a farmer. That is the mindset you need to adopt. I'm a farmer. I just need to distribute. Okay. You then need to have the attitude. This is the most important. Like, I'm gonna go through the steps, but if you don't have this as the root foundation, you're not gonna the steps is irrelevant, right? But the mindset you need to have is that you're a farmer, so you're just planting, you're not hunting people, you're not trying to find people and hunt them down. No, a hunter has their best intentions. A farmer leaves it for them to do what they need to do. Okay, so if I plant this seed, if it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, don't worry. I've got a whole another field of seeds that would potentially grow. Now, the attitude you need to have, and an attitude that I had to adapt, is that we have the gift. So if you guys found a gold mine and you guys found all the gold, right? You would have a certain attitude, you'd have a certain energy about you where you realize that I'm actually gifting you this gold. Like I'm giving you the opportunity for this gold. Some of you feel like they're gifting you their time. No, no, it's the other way around. I'm gifting you my time and I'm gifting you an opportunity. You have the gift, you have the opportunity that can make you five, six figures from your phone. You guys have the opportunity where you're making money from your phone. Most people don't do this. So you're actually at an advantage. So you need to have that attitude about yourself. You need to believe that about yourself. All right. You are not selling or convincing. Josh, I can't convince my friends. Can you speak to my friends to convince them? This is why it's difficult for you to get people anywhere because that's not the game we're playing. We're not selling and we're not convincing. And the reason why we're not selling is because we're peaking, we're not pitching. If we was pitching, we're selling, right? We're certainly not convincing. I can't convince anyone to want to get financial freedom. That doesn't make sense. You're playing the wrong game here, guys. All right? All your job is to create curiosity and awareness. Humans are curious. Humans are nosy. Humans have what they don't have enough of. So you're just creating enough information, giving them just a little bit. So they're now aware and they now want to find more. If you tend to sell or you tend to convince, you've told them everything. I don't need to know anymore. I know exactly why I'm coming to this event. I know exactly what's happening at this event. You've already told me on this phone call. Okay. Next is to have high energy. You need to be excited. High energy, high income. You guys have heard this all the time. If you sound very low vibration and you sound like you're tired and you sound like you're not even making money and you sound very tired with your day and you're not excited, no one else is going to want to see what you have going on because it's clear if you're not excited, I'm certainly not going to be excited. You've been doing this for weeks, maybe months, and you're not excited. You sound draining. I'm not going to come to this. That's how people think. Okay. You then need to be your best self. Okay. So, as in, you may be tired, guys, from work, and I get it, but dust yourself down, go and have a cold shower if you have to. Wake up, become your best version, your best self. Doesn't mean not be yourself. So if you're speaking to friends and family, don't start speaking weird when you spoke to them yesterday the same. They're gonna be like, why are you acting weird? So be yourself, but be your best version, your best self. Okay? No longer than 3 minutes. Any sort of invitation. No invitation, guys, should be longer than 3 minutes. Okay? Next is tonality. So you need to have chest, right? Hopefully you guys know what that means if we got the Swedish team on. Chest is you need to mean what you say. Okay? Like people can tell when you don't really believe in what it is you're saying. They'll never tell you. They'll never say, oh, da da da, I don't believe what you're saying, but pretend and act as if you have the conviction and eventually you will. Okay, so if I say, "Hey, can you come to the event on next week Saturday?" You don't sound sure, bro. Can you be at the event next Saturday? Conviction. Okay. Manage your expectations. Some will, so what? Okay. Our goal is not to uh detach from the outcome, guys. Similar to trading. You enter the trade. Some of you are so attached. I need TP and I don't want SL. That's why it hits SL. And that's why you take it out before TP. Okay. Manage your expectation. I'm going to call this person and I have no expectations whether they say yes, no, or block me. I don't know how this is going to go. And I don't care because some will do this, some won't do this. So what? Okay, that's the attitude you need to have. And you're simply just sorting people. You're sorting people out. Okay, you're sorting people. Okay, this person's not available, this person is. This person's coming, this person's not. Okay, I'm just sorting out the people that I've spoken to. Okay? Drop a one if that makes sense, guys. All right? These are the basic fundamentals you need to think before you get into the steps. If you think about this, the steps are easy. If you don't have this, the steps are harder. Okay? Amazing. Right? Cool. So, the correct approach, it must be a phone call. The moment you text someone about an opportunity that can give you financial freedom, it's now become an actual $200 opportunity. Okay? You have to get used to getting on the phone, guys. I'm sorry. If you want to make money and you're not familiar or you don't want to make phone calls, you're not going to increase your income anytime soon. Always on the phone. Okay? You have to be on the phone. Okay? You have to have your link ready. So this is, for example, this could be for signing up freeway calls, or it could be for an event. So if you've done an amazing pitch, sorry, you've spoken to them amazingly and you've told them about the event and they said they're going to come and you said, okay, one sec, let me send you the event ticket, and you're scrolling trying to find it here, there, and it's taken you 2 minutes. You've kind of just lost your credibility of everything. You did so well, but now you don't have your link. I've just gone a step back now. Maybe I'm doubting whether you're actually professional and whether you can actually help me. Okay? You're playing a game of chess. If anyone's played any sort of card game, you've played poker, or you've played Uno, or you've played Snap, or whatever it may be, right? Blackjack. You don't want to reveal your cards because when you reveal all your cards, everyone knows like you have nothing to stand on. You know, have no more ammunition. So when you do come to inviting and promoting guys, you just want to lay one card and you wait. Let them they lay their card. Okay. You then lay another card. It's a game of chess. You then move your touch. Some of you are just giving them the whole deck. You're not the gift. So if someone had the gift and they had the mindset that they had the opportunity, you wouldn't have given all your cards up. Right? If someone gets a rubbish deal when they're playing poker, they give the cards back because I want another deal. We have a good hand, guys. Like you have a good hand of cards. Play it strategically. Okay? Um, you're just asking. Okay? Every no, write this down. Every no will build you as a person, and every yes will build your business. So I'm just gonna ask. There's no losses. I love to win. I hate losing, but I never want to give myself an opportunity where I could. And by me not asking you, I now can't even win. 0% chance. This goes for prospects, guys. You might see someone and be like, oh, I want to speak to that person. There's no loss by you doing it. There's no loss. If they say no and they're rude and you get a rejection, I guarantee you the next time it's not going to feel nice. But neither does going in the gym and starting off in the gym or starting anything new if it doesn't feel nice. But eventually you get numb to it. You get hard skinned where now you'll just ask anyone and everyone. And you just need one person to come in your business, guys. You just need one person to come to the event. Well, not really, but one, you could have one person that comes to the event that now all of a sudden they're your superstar. Okay. You just need to put them in the position, right? This is probably the most important and powerful phrase. If I was to, would you? Write this down, guys. If I was to show you an opportunity that can make you money from your phone, would you attend next Saturday? If I was to show you how I've now gone from full-time to part-time income from this exact same opportunity, would you come next Saturday? If I was to show you that I'm in a network of 6 and 7 figure earners, would you be interested to knowing them as well? If I was to, would you? So, so powerful. Okay. Now, the wrong approach. This is where some of us are going wrong. You talk too much, guys. You're saying too much. You have no posture, right? You've said to them, hey, there's an event next week, and they say, what's it about? All of a sudden, you just crumbled. You've just crumbled. Oh, it's about this and it's about that, and Sniper Pro and Gifu and John Oliver and $200. You've just let yourself go. No posture. Okay. You don't want to explain too much. Less is more. What's understood by us hasn't got to be explained by us. Okay. What's understood, we know this can change our lives. We know we're making money. We know this has changed us. We know the vision. We know what we could do here. I don't have to explain it. What's understood hasn't got to be explained. Okay. Going wrong again, talking about the product and service. You can't, as anyone, I'm sure you guys have heard the saying, sell me this pen. Okay. You've all heard that sales pitch. Sell me this pen. Oh, well, this pen, this and that pen and this pen. I got a pen. I don't need a pen. So you're doing too much, right? It's the same with this. Oh, I make money online and you can make money online. Well, I already make money online. Or I, you can't sell to someone, you can't speak to someone about something that they have no interest in. Okay. Trying to convince skeptical people, I came to realize, guys, some people are genuinely unclosable. No matter how good I may be, no matter how good you may be, some people genuinely are not able to be closed. Okay. And it's not your job to, it's not your job to make someone unskeptical. That's something they need to sort out with themselves, especially if they've seen enough information. If they come to an event and they've seen the video and they're still skeptical, that's a them problem. It's not your job trying to convince them that this is not a pyramid scheme and they have a job. They clearly need to do their own due diligence. Does that make sense? And lastly, sounding desperate. Okay, just like the markets, guys, just like the markets. If you are desperate to take a trade and you desperate to make money this morning, you probably lost your account. It's this money. This is all money, guys. Money is energy. If you give the markets this energy, you will not make a penny in the markets. If you give people this energy, no one's going to be in your DMs and sign up. If you are the gift, why do you sound desperate? If you know that you have a gold mine, why do you sound desperate? Like, why do you need me there? Well, I don't need you. I don't need you there. I would love for you to be there, but I don't need you there. Okay, be very, very careful, guys, about sounding desperate. And it does come down to identity because something happened when we was younger or something happened in our childhood. And now all of a sudden I can't phone people. Now all of a sudden I can't speak to people. Now all of a sudden I'm desperate because I was desperate for an opportunity and now I found an opportunity. I need to continue being desperate. No, you need to have an abundant mindset. There's 7 billion people in the world. There's 7 million people in London. Why are you down and desperate with this one person that has 100 followers on their Instagram? Or this one person that will come in and deposit £100? Like, I'm just being honest with how we may come across with the caliber of people we may be working with, guys. I don't understand why we are desperate. I know we're desperate for the rank, maybe, but again, how to attract you need to have. So want it, but don't want it that much where you now lose yourself and you become desperate. Does that make sense? Just drop a two in the chat if you guys are with me. Okay, really, really important to understand. Okay, cool. This is the steps. This is the ingredients. But if you ain't got the oven, if you don't have the formula, what the foundation, what I just went through, guys, this means absolutely nothing. If you don't have the tonality, the conviction, the excitement, the unattached, you're not attached to the outcome. If you don't have what I've just been through, this doesn't mean anything. Okay? But this is the practical work. I want you guys to literally, after this call, we have a week and a half to sell tickets for this event, guys. The best thing you can do for any prospect, any team member, is get them to an event. That's the best thing you can do if you genuinely are for the people. Everyone says, I say to people when they start their affiliate journey, why do you want to do this? Oh, I like helping people. Well, do you? Why have you not phoned anyone for this event? I don't think you actually are for people. If you know you have a gold mine and you're not ringing people and you said you started this because you like helping people, who have you phoned today? All right. So step one to inviting anyone anywhere. This could be to a club, guys. If your birthday's coming up and you want to get people coming to your birthday, give this a try. Right? So step one is urgency. Okay. You need to be urgent. People respect people who are urgent, who are busy. Okay. If you come across busy, you must be someone important. Like you must be up to something. Like some people don't bother, like they don't ring me because they know I'm busy, but there's respect there. They don't ring me, they don't want to bother me because I am busy. It's the same thing for you guys. You need to have the mindset that People are, if you're on the phone to a prospect for an hour, I know you're not making money. Like if you have to sit on the phone for an hour with someone to pay £200, you're not making money. You're not making money. A three-way call, this is for leaders, a three-way call shouldn't be longer than 15 minutes. Unless there's problems with this, the onboarding, fine. The actual conversation should not be longer than 15 minutes tops, right? But people respect people that are attracted to people who are busy. So, for example, as soon as you're on the phone, remember you phone them, you never text. Hey, I haven't got long. What I used to do when I started this. Hey, are you alone? Hey, can anyone hear me? I've now got your full attention. You are stopping whatever you've done. I've just phoned you and said, yo, bro, I haven't got long. And remember, however you'd speak to people, if I'm ringing my friends, I'm not going to say, hey, mate. I'm going to say, yo, bro, right? Yo, bro, I haven't got long. Are you alone? Can anyone hear me? I only have a few minutes. He's stopping whatever he is doing and he is now taking me in. I've created urgency. Okay, I've got your attention. And I've made it very clear I don't have long. So you're not worried about me being on the phone and it's not a long conversation. I've managed the expectations of this call. It's not going to be a long conversation whatsoever. Okay. Now, step two is you can use complement with clear and schedule. Now, the reason why, if you don't know the person and you don't know anything about them, you can't compliment them. So you have to be genuine with this. If you don't know someone and you're like, yeah, you're hardworking and I've never worked with you, how do you know I'm hardworking? You're just lying. So the compliment has to be genuine, right? But anyone that you might be bringing to the event, warm prospects, you probably do know them. So you want to compliment with clearing their schedules. Some people go wrong is they say, hey, I haven't got long. I've only got a few minutes. So I've got an event next Saturday and it's about making money. You've shown all your cards. Checkmate. They've got you. Checkmate. As you're talking, I'm already thinking of an excuse. I'm already thinking of a reason why I can't do this because you've shown your cards. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm first gonna compliment you. Be genuine. People love compliments, guys. It drops their guard. You're stroking their ego, especially with men. Okay. So men on this call, if you're phoning other men, ladies, especially if you're phoning other men, it's difficult. Make sure you give them a compliment. You're stroking their ego, right? So, for example, hey, Melando. I know you're really, really hardworking, bro. I know we used to play football back in the day. I remember how hardworking you was. What are you doing next Saturday? Okay. So you clear their schedule, guys. What are you doing next Saturday? 9 times out of 10, people don't know what they're doing tomorrow, let alone next Saturday. Okay. So I'm clearing the schedule so you can't come with an excuse, right? You can't come with an excuse. And if they actually do have something available, i.e., a family barbecue, then you can still continue, but you probably don't think they're making it up because they actually have something going on. You could still drop it in there, right? Step three, you now want to take it away. So you now want to actually give them the meat of the conversation. So, okay, you got a family barbecue, that's fine. I'm attending an exciting event about making money online. There'll be six and seven figures earners in attendance. I feel like you could really benefit from it. And then step four now, for this exact scenario, we can do some role play as well. I don't know if anyone wants to do role play. We're going to go with the family barbecue for this scenario, okay? So he's got a family barbecue next Saturday. I'm still going to take it away, okay? Some of you would say, okay, no worries, bye. Whoa, no posture. You're not the gift. You don't have the gold mine. You don't believe in what it is we do. You're not for the people. You're still going to be continue. I'm going to continue. I know this can help you, right? So look, I'm going to attend an exciting event next week. There'll be six and seven figure earners there, and it really could benefit you. I know you're attending your family barbecue. Now, step four, guys, is the most important. You're confirming and you're getting a commitment. Okay. So obviously, what time for this scenario, right? What time does the barbecue finish? I'm getting details now. I'm trying to paint them a picture how that you can actually still attend this event, right? So what time does the barbecue actually start? Oh, it starts at 6 p.m. Oh, amazing. The event starts at 1 p.m. Now what? Now what? Where is it you live? And this is where now, guys, if you really want to get good, if you really want to get good at this, you want to go into detail. Paint a picture for them so that it makes sense that they can actually attend this. So where is it you live, Melando? I live in West London. Oh, the event's in West London. It's actually near the Kensington station. Do you drive or do you catch train? I drive. There's parking there as well. So you could probably come before the barbecue, right? You don't have to come suited and booted, right? You can come however you want to go to the barbecue. Like no one's gonna, you're coming for yourself at the end of the day. But can I confirm that you can come maybe a little bit earlier, right? There's parking outside. Like I might be able to save you a spot. When you come in, you just go on the right hand. If you can paint a picture, this is if you really want to get good. Like I probably never taught this, but if you want to get good at this, guys, paint a picture so that they now feel a sense of accountability and responsibility. You know, when you've kind of said yes to someone and you feel bad, so you now have to attend. Drop a two in the chat if you know what I mean. I did this the other day. Someone was like, "Yeah, man, come through," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then because I said so much, I actually now have to go. I don't want to, but kind of have to. And I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta go. I'm just gonna go show face." All of a sudden, they show face. Now they've signed up. Boom. If you can get good at this, guys, painting a picture. Some of you say, because if someone says yes, guys, on the phone, do you think they're actually gonna come? And then you get upset on the day. If someone says, yeah, 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 I'll be there. Come on, man. We both know you're not gonna be there. So let me paint the picture. Let me try and get some details off of you. All right. Someone give me another example. All right. So we had the barbecue. I said, still, you can still come before. You can leave a little bit earlier. I painted a picture where you can actually still attend. So I'm genuinely trying to help you. Now they can realize, you know what? I can actually attend. I'll let you know. Okay, so which to which Archie, if you can unmute, to which bit are you saying I'll let you know? The first bit?
Yeah, when you asked to come to the event, I said, "Oh yeah, I'll let you know."
Okay, let's do it. All right, cool. So, hey Archie, you haven't got long, bro. Can anyone hear me? I've only got a few minutes. Look,
Nah,
I know you're really hard working, bro. I love your Instagram. You got an amazing influence on Instagram, bro. What are you doing next Saturday?
I actually have a game
A
to
football
watch.
game.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, amazing, amazing, man. Well, look, I want to attend. I want to actually invite you to an event that I'm going to. It's based around making money online. As you know, obviously the world's changing. A lot of people do use AI. You're still working, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I still feel like this can get you out of your job, man. You've been there a while. I could only imagine how desperate you want to get out of it, right? Um, what time next week does your game start?
it starts 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay, the event starts at 1 p.m. Where's the match? Where's the game?
It's in London, like West Side.
West London, yeah. So's the
Yeah,
event.
yeah.
No ways. Whereabouts?
Do you know Ealing?
Ealing, yeah, literally, bro, the event is like 10 minutes away from there. What I'd recommend you doing is still attending. If you get there for maybe 1 o'clock, you can leave at like 3. It won't take an hour to get there just so you're not late. You ain't got to come in a suit or anything like that. Are you driving?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah? Well, look, what I'll do, bro, if I send you the ticket link now, it's only £10. You are interested in coming, right? And making more money, yeah?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Look, I'll send you the ticket link, bro. It's only £10, but I guarantee you it's the probably best £10 you'll ever spend.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Yeah?
down.
All right, my man. I'll touch base with you. What's today? Wednesday. So if I touch base with you Friday, you would have got your ticket by then.
Yeah, for sure. I'll
He
let you know.
said he said yes too many times. He has to. When I ring him Friday, he's either gonna air me, but I don't care, or he's gonna pick up. But he said yes too many times. He said yes, he'll be there. He said yes, he can. He said yes, he'll get the ticket. I've got confirmation from him. If he don't pick up on Friday, he probably knows that I now know he's not someone serious about getting out of his job. Does that make sense, guys? Paint the picture. That's where some of us go wrong. Paint the picture. Okay. If you're genuinely trying to help someone, you will paint it with them. All right. So your game's at 4 o'clock. If you bring your football stuff and you put it in the in there's actually showers at the hotel. It's at a hotel. So there's showers in that as well, bro. If obviously you want to shower before. But yeah, man, it would definitely be good for you to be there, man. It's only £10. How long you been working now? You're working 4 years. Damn, bro. I stopped working 6 years ago, bro. Like this and how it changed for me is I went to an event. I'm painting a picture for them. People will want to do what they want to do once they realize it makes sense. It makes sense to us. It may not make sense to them. So let's make it make sense. Okay, cool. You get there at 1 o'clock. You can leave at 3 o'clock. You have an hour to go to your football game. What excuse can you have now other than you're net serious? And that just may mean I need to follow up. Any questions on this, guys? Or any scenarios you want to throw at me that you feel won't work with this? Because it works with any scenario. You just need to have the fundamentals. You need to have the attitude about yourself. Does that make sense? A funeral, that's dark. Heba, that is very dark. That's dark. I'm not even gonna, nah, that's, I can't continue. Once you said that, I'm gonna say, all right, cool, man. Oh, obviously I'll get into it. Actually, you know what? Why am I lying? Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry for your passing. Who passed? My cat. Come true, man. Like, it depends. You have to ask the questions. You have to ask the questions. All right? Yeah. Yeah, man. Come on, man. That was dark. Heba. Right. All right, cool. Amazing. Right, types of invitations, guys. Okay, please take notes. Hopefully, you guys are taking notes as I'm going through this. These are three types of invitations that you want to get good at and you need to adapt. The same way leaders on this call, the same way you can't speak to every customer and every affiliate and every leader the same, is the same way you can't speak to every customer and every prospect the same. So, we're going to start off with the super direct invitation. Okay, so this is what you're going to do with entrepreneurs. You're going to do this with people that know the game. They're into sales. They're a professional. They like straight to the talk, 2 minute conversation. Like they don't like no bullshit. Okay, they don't like no bullshit. All right. So I'm expanding my business. I'm looking for a few ambitious people. Based on what I know about you, I thought of you. Are you open to taking a look? Super direct. I'm not beating behind the bush. Straight into it. Okay. I have a business opportunity. Would you be open in 20 minutes for a call? If someone makes more money than you, or if someone is serious and you feel like they have a big, they ain't got time, or you feel like, you know what, they have a little bit more credibility than you, then you probably will come with a super direct because you don't want to waste their time. You don't want to get on the wrong end of the stick with this person, for example. Now, for most people, right, you're going to come in on a direct invitation. This is where you're direct, but you're soft with it as well. You're not as brutal. You're not as direct. Yeah, you're not as straightforward. Some people can, if you're not an entrepreneur and you don't know about sales and you don't know about the industry and you're very super direct, it can come across quite scary, quite overwhelming, quite aggressive sometimes. Okay. So the direct invitation, look, I'm working on a project outside of what I do normally, and I thought of you. Would you be open to taking a look? I don't know if it's for you, but I'd value your opinion. I'm not so direct with this because you might be my friend, acquaintances, you may have worked with me before. So it may be for you. It may not be for you. I'm not so super direct. Okay. And then you have indirect. Now, these are for people, maybe aunties, uncles, people that make way more money than you, because you can't be bringing me to an event and I know what you make. But if I say, you know what, do you know anyone else that would like to increase their income? Or could you just come because I know you're very successful, for example. I know you're successful. So I don't think what I do is for you, but if you could just come and check it out, I'd really appreciate it. They're going to be thinking, why is he not talking? Why is he not direct? Why is he? I'm going to come just because he hasn't, just because he hasn't, just because he hasn't directly invited me, then I'm going to come, right? So an example is, look, what's your long-term plan financially? So this may be someone on Instagram or someone that you don't know. You're trying to get to know them a little bit more. You don't know them, like you can't really be direct because you haven't got that respect like for each other yet. Okay, you haven't got that connection, that rapport. Okay, so look, what's your long-term plan financially? Oh, I'm looking to make 10K a month. Okay. And are you currently on track on making 10 grand a month? No, I'm not. Okay, cool. Well, look, uh, if you could earn an additional income without giving up what you're doing right now, would that interest you? Yeah, cool. Indirect. That means I phoned you to come to the event, but my approach isn't down, like, I'm not trying to be down your throat with it. Like I'm not trying to, if you would have said, I don't have a financial plan, then you've kind of told me where you're at. But if you're indirecting me, giving me the right answers, then you know what? We could get you to an event. Okay. So you start a conversation that leads there naturally. Like you didn't go straight in for the kill because of what they gave you from the answers. The questions you asked, sorry, and the answers they gave you, now it leads to it makes sense to now drop in an event. Okay. What's your how do you feel about like networking with like-minded individuals? Oh, it's not for me. Okay, well, this may be not for you as well, but I'd like to invite you to an event. So very indirect, you're not direct with it. Does this make sense, guys? All right. Don't let another don't let another loved one pass before you can help them. That is mental. Right? You lot are dark people, right? Drop a two in the chat if that makes sense, guys. On the types of invitations, it will work different for different types of people. If you're trying to invite auntie and uncle, look, unks, I need your help, man. I've started something. I know you're successful, and I doubt this will be for you, but I'd love to invite you to an event just to get your perspective on things since you're successful, man. Um, it's next Saturday. I could actually come with you. Could you come with me? We could go together. Boom. Okay, you know I've got uncle coming to the event or aunt or whatever it may be. Okay, very, very powerful. Okay, so we're gonna go into following up very, very quickly. Hopefully, I'll try and finish. Okay, we're gonna go in. Does anyone have any questions on promoting and inviting, guys? It's really simple. You just need to get good. It's like imagine if, for example, you've never played football before. You've never played football. Okay. But every day you was doing kick-ups or every day you was kicking a football, but you have unlimited time to kick this ball and there's unlimited balls available. You're only gonna get better after time. You just need to practice over and over and over again on the phone all the time, all the time. Okay? People you don't know at all. What do you mean, Heba? Strangers say I met them 2 seconds ago. You have to do an indirect approach. You can't be direct, you don't know them, and you can't be super direct because I just met you. So the indirect is look, what you same thing again. Look, I don't have long. I know we just met, but I have to shoot. Um, what are you doing next Saturday? Okay. And would you say like you're open-minded to make it? Would you say you're happy with the money you make? I know it'd be personal. You don't have to tell me what you make, but with the current income you're currently making, would you say like you're open-minded to making more than you already do? Yeah, of course. Okay, look, amazing. Well, look, I'm gonna send you an event, a ticket. I'm going to it next week. There's gonna be over 300 people there. Everyone there makes money online. It may be for you, it may not be for you, but if you are interested and you're genuinely serious about making more money, then I'd love to see you there. Where are you based? Where do you live? "Oh, I live in South London. Okay, it's in West London, so you may have to leave a little bit earlier, but it's next to a train station, so it wouldn't be too hard for you to get there. Um, I'll be more than happy to maybe meet you at the train station if that makes you feel more comfortable. Yeah, sure. Like if, as long as if you have the mindset you're helping people, you're naturally, I feel like you're naturally try and facilitate what they're talking about. If you're only thinking about them signing up and only thinking about them getting a ticket, you're not actually helping them. Does that make sense? So it's the same process, Heba. Exact same process. Okay. Right. Following up. Okay. This is very important as well. So let's just say Archie said he'll let me know. I need to follow up with Archie on Friday and see if he's got his ticket. Okay. The earlier, the better. It's only £10. So it shouldn't take a long follow-up process for tickets anyway for an event. The money you want, guys, is made in following up. The fortune is in the follow-up. More time you have to make a fortune than follow-up. I'm going to say that again. The money you want, guys, is made in following up. Fortune is in the follow-up, but sometimes or more time, you have to make some sort of fortune and then you can follow up. But if you haven't gone through gate one of inviting, there's nothing for you to follow up with or to. With following up, you need to be persistent, not pushy. Okay? Persistent. You can be persistent, guys, and not pushy. And the perfect example is Silver. You guys know Silver. I was persistent with Silver for a year. I was not once pushy. A year down the line, she joined the business and went to platinum. A year I was persistent with her. I followed up with her every 90 days. Every 90 days, and on Instagram, I'll drop in a little comment here and just stay relevant. We basically, how you need to look at it, guys. I had a conversation for a year with Silva. Like the conversation didn't stop. It was always a conversation. It was a prolonged conversation until she got to a certain stage in her life when she said, you know what? This sounds right now. This sounds good for me right now. Okay. Like I said, it's a conversation that never ends. They just need exposures. But how often do they see you? Some of you guys think that by posting on social media and doing the TikToks and the Reels is for Gifu. Drop a one if you think we told you guys to post on TikTok and Instagram for Gifu and for your rank. Does anyone think that? Surely, I know someone must be thinking that. Why does Josh keep telling me to do three a day? Why does Josh keep telling me to do one to two a day? No, I'm building your brand. Like I'm making sure that you stay relevant. If McDonald's didn't do their adverts, people would forget unless they saw it, unless they saw you in person. But if you never leave your house, you're not going to be seen. But do you think these top billion-dollar brands can just stop advertising? And we're here not making the money we want, and we stop advertising. Why would you stay relevant? You're not relevant. Like you need to be relevant, right? You need to stay relevant. You can't grow what you don't track. This goes for everything. If you're in the gym and you're trying to put on weight, you can't put on weight if you don't track your calories. If you don't track the weights you lift, if you don't track your sleeping patterns, you won't grow. If you don't track your prospect list, if you don't track the people you've spoken to, if you don't track your call log, you're not going to grow your business. And if you don't follow up, guys, someone like myself will. The amount of times I've lost so many good potential leaders or customers because I failed to follow up and they're now in someone else's business making them money. And finally, patience pays. This is a patient game, guys. Business is patient, trading is patient. Life don't have to be patient. I'd say you have to be urgent with your life in certain aspects. But if you're speaking to so many people, the patience will just kind of be natural. Okay. But if you guys want to take a picture of this and how to follow up, this is a good table you can create on your notes. You can create it on Excel. If you have an Apple Mac, you can use your numbers. So the date you added and you spoke to them, their name, their phone number, their social media, the last time you contacted them, the next follow-up date. So you always book a meeting after a meeting, guys. When you do three-way calls and you speak to someone, we always plan another meeting. Always, never ever, guys, please write this down in bold. Never get off the phone to a prospect without arranging another exposure. Okay, you have the notes of the conversation. Do you know how powerful it is, guys? Is if you have a conversation with someone today and you take note of the conversation, just bullet points. Work at Tesco, currently living paycheck to paycheck, wants to get a car, and then you follow up 2 months down the line and hit them back with the same information, you're now showing that you're professional, number one. You're now showing that you care. That's powerful. Okay. People are more warm to that. You wasn't just ringing me. I wasn't just someone on your number. You actually you took in what I said. You was listening. Okay. So however you want to do it, guys, but you should have a follow-up list. Okay. I just need to pay someone to follow up with everyone that I followed up with personally. All right. So the clock dial, this is just how you need to think of it. Okay. So at 12 p.m., guys, and this could be around the year, this could be around the month, this could be around the week, this could be around the day. It doesn't matter. At 12 p.m., when you first prospect someone or speak to someone, they have an ego, guys especially. They are very defensive. A lot of people in today's world are insecure, especially if you have no money. I found when you have no money, you're probably the most insecure. So if you're speaking to someone, guys, and they're struggling with their finances, they're gonna have their backup. Okay, they are gonna have their backup. When I had no money, I was very insecure about talking about money. Like when they ask me how much do I make, well, how much do you make? Like I was very insecure about that. So most people, when you first speak to them, they're going to be insecure. All right. They're not aware that, you know what, people are making 10K a month. I didn't know that people was making 50, 25K a month. So this is new to me. And when things are new, it takes time. Right. And I'm not open-minded. I didn't even know that my mind was closed, but I'm not open-minded. And you planted a seed. So we'll see what happens. Right. Now, 3 p.m. They remember your conversation, and if you're consistently posting, you're relevant. So every time they see you, it equals something. And this happens anyway, guys. So if you don't post, you might be seen as the person that don't post. Unfortunately, you may be the person that you go really hard for a week on Instagram and then you're gone. So when you post again, oh, that's the inconsistent person on Instagram, right? But at 3 p.m., these are just times in people's lives, okay? They have a problem, but only you know. So you may have touch base and follow up maybe a month down the line with that person. Okay. And now they're not as defensive because you've had one conversation, right? They've opened up a little bit. And now, because of the questions that you've asked, you now have found the problem. But only you know. Like there's some people that were doing this business, guys, and they're struggling in their life, but their friends and family don't know that they're struggling. But because you're a stranger and you have an opportunity, we both now know that you're living paycheck to paycheck. But their girlfriend may not know. Their husband may not know. Their relative may not know. Okay. But you two know. So I know that, you know what, this I've spoke to him first time. He was very kind of obviously he'll have his backup. I've just met him. I've had a conversation maybe 3 weeks down the line, and I had an actual genuine conversation. I came to find he's been living paycheck to paycheck for 5 years, and he's the age 30, and he might live at his mum's, for example. Okay. 6 o'clock now. Other people start to realize in his life that he's struggling. Okay. He may not be in the right headspace. He may be sick and tired of his job. He's made it very clear he don't like his job. Very, very clear he don't like his job. He's now looking for opportunity, but because you don't post on social media, he's forgotten about you and he saw me on social media. So now I'm the new opportunity. So now, because other people know about the opportunity, he feels like, I mean, sorry, about the problem. He now feels, you know what? I need to do something about this. Like, I actually need to change my life. Everyone will get to that scenario. I came to that scenario in 2019. I sat at the end of my bed. It was 5 a.m., pitch black. I had my shift at 5:30 at Tesco, and I sat at the end of my bed and I said, damn, what the hell am I doing? Where am I going with life? Who can help me? Okay. 9 p.m. now. The problem is obvious to everyone, including him. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I need to do something now. And between 9 and 12, guys, this is where you need to stay relevant and you need to follow up because they just need you to reach out. But because you don't post, because you don't go out often, because you're not building your brand, they've forgotten about you. And you, again, if you actually care about people, you now have failed to help someone that you could have helped because you haven't followed up. Am I making sense, guys? Let me know if I'm making sense in the chat box. Am I making sense? Yeah? No? This is the cycle that people go through. There may be more clocks. It might be, you know what? It might be 12 exposures, guys. It might be 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. But generally speaking, this is where people, right, get stuck. Okay. But when someone signs up to the business, to be honest, they could sign up at any. It depends on the individual. But most people only sign up when the problem is obvious. I've got no money. I've had to sell my car. I've got bailiffs at my door. I'm really struggling. I'm depressed. I got mental health, whatever it may be. From 9 till 12, if you are not relevant and you are not following up and you are not posting on social media and you're not active with your business, number one, you can't help that person. Number two, you've lost out on a customer. And number three, how do you expect to grow the business, guys? Okay. Now, in person, I know we normally say this in person, guys, and this is phone calls. If you speak to someone or you see someone in person, it's an average of 4 to 6 exposures on average. If you speak to someone or you see them in person, it is 4 to 6 exposures on average. If you're on social media and you've never met the person On average, it's 15 to 30 exposures, i.e., TV adverts. I don't watch TV all the time. I have been because of the World Cup. And the amount of adverts that I've seen where I'm like, oh, I need that, but I don't get around to actually purchasing it. Unless I need it, unless I'm at 9 p.m., then I'll purchase it. But more time, I just need to see this advert a few more times. You're scrolling on Instagram, you see clothes and you see things, and you're like, oh, you know what? I could buy that. But it keeps on popping up. It keeps on popping up. You know what? I'm gonna have to buy it. It's a sign. That's what impulsive people that buy. Oh, it's a sign. I have to buy it. That's how people think with this business. That's how people think with this business, right? And as I mentioned, guys, book a meeting after a meeting. Always get in a habit of always, whenever you speak to someone, always arrange a next meeting. Because if you leave it with, I'll let you know, or you leave it in the air, number one, you're now not professional. Number two, it's going to look like you're chasing them. Number three, they have no expectancy of when you could follow up. So if you just ring me and I wasn't expecting a phone call, I'm now accidentally, by accident, I now come across desperate because I've rang you when you weren't expecting it. Okay. How often to follow up? So, guys, after a presentation or an event, 24 hours you have to get someone started. We did the Brighton event on Saturday. I said to everyone on Sunday, guys, follow up with your prospects. I phoned a prospect that I had there. He got started on Sunday. Okay. After a presentation or an event, you have 24 hours to follow up with the individual. After the first exposure, okay, you don't have the money on Sunday. Let's catch up on Wednesday, the latest. Okay. After, let's just say you do speak to someone and he was really on the fence and he was really close, make sure you follow up a week or two. Trust me, they've been thinking about this. But if you don't, most people are caught up in life, guys. Not everyone thinking about director. Not everyone's thinking about platinum executive. Not everyone's thinking about financial freedom. We're just small, we're just part of the small percentage of people that actually do want to change their narrative of their future. But most people don't. They get caught up in their past. We focus on the future. Most people focus on the past. So make sure you're that person that allows them to still be excited. So every time you reach out to someone, guys, make sure you're bringing value. So we have a monthly testimony. The testimonial call we had on Monday, guys. You should have a huge follow-up list of people that you're sending the testimonial call out to. Hey Rio, look, I know it's been a while since we spoke. I just wanted to know, obviously, if you still are open-minded to kind of the conversation we had last time. If you're not, it's fine. I'm going to send you a quick YouTube video. It's from the people within my team that are currently obviously doing very, very well. Check it out. If they do it, you can do it, and we have the exact same blueprint for you. When can you watch it by? Book another meeting. I can watch it by tomorrow. Okay, so if I call you at around 7 p.m., we can catch up. Like it's a constant cycle of going around the clock and following up with people. Okay. 80% of your time, guys, when you're on the phone with a prospect is listening, asking good questions, right? And understanding their concern, not to respond. So for example, I've heard some calls and the person said, I don't have time. And you've gone and asked a question, whether it was a good question, we'll find out. But someone said, I don't have time. And you say, well, have you not got half an hour to an hour a day? Yeah, I do. What a better response would, because you're not listening to understand your with their concern. You're just listening to respond with what we say. But if you find out, okay, you don't have time, well, let's break down your days. Let's find out where this can fit in. How often do you go to work? What time do you start work? Right? What else do you do outside of work? I'm now understanding their situation instead of just hitting them with, okay, half an hour to an hour a day. You don't know what I have going on in my life, right? You want to ask good questions. If you're listening, right, there's different types of listening. You may be listening, there's all types of listening on this call. Some of you may be listening to learn, some of you may be listening to just be on a call, some of you may not be listening. So there's different types of listening. But if you're listening to the prospect, you will realize, okay, I need to break down and paint the picture. Most people, right, they support what they can create. So if you've helped them create a picture and an image where they could genuinely fit this and they can genuinely afford this, they'll say yes and you'll have another customer. 20%, guys, of the time is you're explaining, don't talk too much. You're presenting and you're giving clarity. Okay? You're making it very clear. When people say I'm not too sure, I'm skeptical, it just means they don't have clarity. You haven't done a good enough job in making it so plain Jane that this could work for them. That's it. Not to complicate it. If this is so clear, like this is, I can actually see me doing this, you know. I actually do have half an hour a day. Can we get out your screen time? Okay, I'm going my screen time. Raw, 5 hours. I could actually do this, you know. It works out to be £5 a day. Well, I think how much do you make a month? I make around 1.8. How much are your bills? 400. So what are you doing with the 1.2K that you have left? I'm saving half of it. Okay, you have 600. You give £200 to your mum. Okay, so you have £300 available if you wanted to do it. If you can get good at this, guys, people will join your business. Okay. It's not that this doesn't work. It's not that people don't like the subscription-based model. It's not that trading doesn't work. You just haven't done a good job at listening, asking good questions, understanding, and giving clarity. Okay. You will only think you are being annoying. Some people say, oh, I'm being annoying. Am I being annoying by following them and chasing them? You're only annoying when you don't bring value when you're on the phone conversation. So if you're on the phone and you're following up with someone and you haven't got any new information, no new gems, you ain't dropping no gems, no testimonies, no value, you're going to become annoying. Then you'll be annoying. Drop in the chat, guys. What value could you bring to a conversation, please? Can anyone tell me what value could you bring to a conversation? What value can you bring to any conversation with a prospect? Information, opportunity, mindset, information, results, perspective. They should come off the phone feeling like their cup has been filled. They should come off the phone thinking, damn, that Archie guy, he's on the ball, man. He's gonna do well in life. Like he taught me the fact that like 4% of people, or sorry, that 95% of people are fighting for 5% of the world's money. And I'm part of the 5%. That's crazy, you know? Or TR actually told me that, you know what? Like there is ways to make money online. Okay. The main reason to create another exposure is only to educate, guys. And this goes for customers. So for example, we have an affiliate event next Thursday, which is I'm sure someone put in the chat. I'm sure it's Thursday because the event's on the 4th. Yeah, Thursday, next Thursday. Okay, the 2nd of July. You want to get as many customers there as well. So affiliates on this call, please don't think that it's just affiliates. Yes, it's affiliate training, but if you can get customers to there, all of a sudden you've got an affiliate and you have 2 days to now get that affiliate bringing people to the event. Okay. The main event, guys, is the 4th. Hopefully you all have your tickets. If you speak to 50 people about the event, 5 to 10 will show up and you go through this process. If you speak to 100 people with this process, 10 to 20 will show up. If you speak to 150 people, 20, 30 to people will show up. You're at least making 1 to 2K a month in the business. Okay. How are we doing for time? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, guys. So with that being said,